Now, this is a special for you because I think you know by now the banana zone has started, and that's the silly season in crypto when prices start to go mad. And we have one job here, and that's not to fuck it up. And I'll explain a little bit about that. But first, the bigger picture. You see, we're on this journey. Today, crypto's a $3 trillion asset class, but I think it's going to 100 trillion by, let's say, 2032, 2034. So within 10 years, it goes to 100 trillion, which would be the largest, fastest accumulation of wealth in all human history.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul Pal breaks down the big picture driving markets and discusses his past crypto mistakes before sharing what we can do to capture this amazing opportunity.
Now, my job here is to help you navigate that. I want you to all make it to the other side. I want you to make money and unfuck your future. You see, all of these things you hear me say, the banana zone, unfuck your future, don't fuck this up, they're all part of the big thing is how to navigate this megatrend. And many of you are newer to crypto. I've been in the space since 2013 and I've learned many, many lessons. And so I want to talk a bit about lessons today, how I fucked it up, maybe some misapprehension, some wrong stories about me, but I'm very honest in where I've screwed things up. And I think it's important to know. But first, let's look at the principles you all need to understand about don't fuck this up. I sent this tweet out in January 2024, and I maintain that this alone will help you. So this tweet says, remember, no leverage. So what that means is if you start borrowing money against it by using perps or other means, you have a risk of losing your coins if you get something wrong in a pullback. And then if you lose your coins, you're out of the market and you have fucked this up. So please don't use leverage. Leverage is for experts and shorter term traders and people who really know what they're doing. Even then, I personally never use leverage. My job is not to lose my coins. Secondly, no FOMO. That's the fear of missing out. You see, when things get crazy in crypto, somebody on Twitter or one of your friends will be making more money than you. In fact, it looks like everybody's making more money than you and you don't have the right trades and you're feeling terrible about yourself. That is just the engagement trap that is Twitter or the boasting of your friends. You don't get to see the trades that aren't working for those people. Now, really what it's about here is not doing stupid things. So not suddenly FOMOing into a trade because something else is going up more than your coins. That's an easy way to lose money because you end up usually getting into a trend too late. It then reverses, you've then lost money, you then try and get back into your old trend, your old trade, that starts outperforming and so on and so forth. It's a mess. Don't do it. I've FOMOed in many times into things that I shouldn't have FOMOed into. Often it's been in a meme coin where I have a very low allocation. We'll talk about that in a bit. But often it's a friend calls me up and goes, you've got to get this one. This is so good. And for some reason, my guard is down. Now, I know I only have a very small amount of meme coin holdings or money allocated to that. So I can't do myself that much damage, but I suddenly get excited. You know, I got an email a few months ago from a friend and client of mine said, hey, you've got to look at this thing. It's amazing. I'm fully loaded up. This is really cool. And I'm like, oh yeah, this looks really cool. Now, I'm shit at early stage stuff, but here's me thinking, yeah, I'm going to follow this guy. He's really smart. Obviously, I lose 70% of my money in that trade. I then did it again recently where somebody came on and said, listen, this is a really great idea. I have a history of doing that. I did it in the last bull run several times. So please don't FOMO. You will lose out.
Bitcoin bull and Microstrategy chairman Michael Saylor said he agreed to make a 3-minute presentation to Microsoft's board of directors about investing in Bitcoin. The activist that put that proposal together contacted me to present to the board, and I agreed to provide a 3-minute presentation. That's all you're allowed. and I'm going to present it to the board of directors, said Saylor in a November 19X Spaces hosted by Vanek. Saylor said he earlier proposed to meet with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella in confidence to discuss the topic, but that offer was not accepted. So you will see me putting together the 3-minute proposal for Microsoft, and we'll send it to the board, he added. In October, Microsoft disclosed that one of its voting items for December will be whether to conduct an assessment on investing in Bitcoin. The National Center for Public Policy Research pushed the proposal, which highlighted Microstrategy's Bitcoin investment strategy, and that its share price has outperformed Microsoft by over 300% this year, despite doing a fraction of the business of Microsoft. I think it's not a bad idea to put it on the agenda of every company. It ought to be put on the agenda of Berkshire Hathaway and Apple and Google and Meta, because they all have huge hoards of cash, and they're all burning shareholder value, Saylor said. He added that 98.5% of Microsoft's enterprise value total company value is leveraged to its quarterly earnings, while 1.5% of the value of the stock comes from its tangible assets. It would be a lot more stable stock and a much less risky stock if half of the enterprise value of the stock was based upon tangible assets or property like Bitcoin. So I think there's a great argument to be made. I think shareholders should make it. The shareholder proposal will be up for a vote on December 10. Microsoft's board has recommended voting against it because they already evaluate a wide range of investable assets, including Bitcoin. Still, Ethan Peck, deputy director of the NCPCAR's Free Enterprise Project, that the proposal could put Microsoft in a tight position if it conducts the assessment and determines not to invest in the asset. Microsoft's board of directors currently consists of 12 members, including Nadella, who also serves as chairman, along with high-ranking executives from the Walt Disney Company, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, and GSK.
The other really crucial one is only have 3 to 5 of the top assets in your main holdings. This is to de-risk. You see, the space is going to go up plenty. You don't need the fastest horse in the race. You need just good, fast horses. So for most people, just Bitcoin is good enough. Or maybe you want Bitcoin and Solana, because Solana has been, the blockchain with the most network adoption this cycle. Or maybe you have Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana. And then maybe you want to go a little bit further out the risk curve, whether it's SUI or Celestia or Say or whatever that one is for you. But remember, don't have that as your main holding, because again, we don't want to fuck this up. And the others are proven over time. They have Lindy effects. They survive. And I want you to survive. So don't have this broad portfolio. Now, I've done the broad portfolio trade as well, and I fucked that one up. So last cycle, I started off thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a large basket on top of my Bitcoin holdings. So I had Bitcoin, and then I had a large basket of 10, 15, 20 different names, thinking, well, these will work over time. My basket should work. It ended up being a wallet of shame. Most of those didn't work. I got a couple right, but they didn't really pay for the losses. It left me unfocused. I wasn't focusing on what really mattered. And it was my Bitcoin bet and then my switch into Ethereum. That was a big bet. But that wallet of shame is something you'll all go through, but try not to do it. Try not to go too far out the risk curve into mid-size and smaller caps and hold a big basket of those saying, well, the AI theme's going to play out and the meme theme's going to play out and the real world asset theme's going to play out. I want an allocation to all of these. It generally doesn't work. Honestly, it is not easy. So don't try and be a genius. Just let the secular bull market rise the value of your wealth. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Bitcoin Treasuries data shows it currently holds 331,200 Bitcoin, worth over $30.3 billion, following its purchase of another $4.6 billion worth of Bitcoin on November 18. Microstrategy has bought 142,050 Bitcoin this year, worth around $12.8 billion at current prices. Michael Saylor's firm is now up 133% on its Bitcoin investment strategy, having bought its Bitcoin for an average purchase price of $39,292. Microstrategy shares increased nearly 13% to set a new closing high of $374.80 on November 18, but have fallen 0.7% in after hours, Google Finance data shows. Last month, Microstrategy revealed its plan to raise $42 billion over the next 3 years to stack more Bitcoin under its 21-21st plan, consisting of $21 billion in equity and $21 billion in fixed income securities. Bitcoin is currently priced at $91,653, less than 2% off its all-time high of $93,477, reached on November 13, CoinGecko data shows. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.